Welcome to the Boxing Bookie. We are back. It's good to be back. Got a good one for you today. Hit on the lock of the week again this past weekend. So hopefully you guys made a ton of money this week. I was at the fight in Las Vegas. Had an okay time. Shout out to Top Rank for having me. It's always a pleasure and honor to cover Top Rank fight. So I got home today. I ate a bunch of junk. I broke my carnivore diet, so now I'm going to fast. I'm feeling like garbage. I don't know why I do this whenever I travel to Vegas or New York. I just eat garbage for 3 days, and then I feel like death. But I'm going to push through and go live. Hang on one second. Let me let everyone in the Discord know I'm live. Hang on one second. All right, guys, roll on in. Pop on in. It's good to have everyone aboard. All right. Tired. This may be a quick one. Before we get into that, guys, let me pay the bills. Please like, share, and subscribe. Follow 3D Boxing, 3D Boxing Blog, all forms of social media. The Boxing Bookie comes at you for every single major fight, showing you how to consistently make money betting on the sport of boxing. The bookies, the odds makers, they don't know what they're doing. I do. I'm going to show you how to consistently make money betting on the sport, like I did this week when I gave you guys the lock of the week. Guys, so join the Patreon. Link is in the description. It's also in that little ticker below. I'm finna put the I'm going to put the link in the chat below. So the link is in the description. It's in the ticker. It's pinned in the chat. Make sure to Rhonda. What up, Rhonda? I thought it should have been knocked out. I got to stop eating like this, man. My brain doesn't work after I've eaten carbs. It really doesn't. Okay, guys, join the Patreon. Link is in the description. It's also pinned in the chat. It's in that ticker below. Just $5 a month. It gets you absolute best gambling advice. It gets you a lock of the week, which hit. It gets you access to the Discord. The Discord, we're talking about live betting, the updated props. We get you all the best gambling information for just $5 a month. So make sure to join the Patreon. Make sure to join the Patreon. Just $5 a month. When you're done with that, head over to carnivorebar.com. That's carnivorebar.com. Make sure to use promo code BOXING at checkout. That's promo code BOXING at checkout to save 10%. It's a meal in your pocket. It's the world's only high-fat grass-finished beef bar that replaces a meal while on the move and serves for years. Get your travel autonomy and freedom back. CarnivoreBar.com. Make sure to use promo code BOXING at checkout to save 10%. That's promo code BOXING at checkout to save 10%. All right, let's get into it. Let's get into today's show. I think Elvis should have won. I wasn't scoring it. I thought it was very close. I wasn't surprised the decision went to Lindolfo. I thought it was very, very close. The scorecards were close. I didn't have a major problem with it, but I also wasn't scoring it. Let me take a poll over that. I'm going to take a poll over this. This is a good poll question because I didn't score it. Let me get into it. Lindolfo, Elvis, draw. All right, guys, start the poll. I started the poll. Vote the poll. I want to see who you guys thought won the fight: Lindolfo, a draw, or Elvis. Guys, I feel like it's going to be a short show today. Unless you guys have a lot on your mind, you guys have a lot of thoughts, comments, super chats, and I'll keep it going. But I wanted to go live with y'all. Wanted to celebrate, wanted to hear some of y'all stories. I wanted to look ahead at next week. I haven't really gotten a chance to look ahead at next week. I'm going to do some video today. I'm going to get into the Buch Enos and Stanionis fight. I'm I'm gonna break that down. I'm gonna get into all that video. I will either have that video out tonight or I'll have it out tomorrow. But I'll definitely have it out for you. I'm gonna try to get into all the fights. So there's gonna be no issues there. I'm gonna get you at least 6 videos for sure. I'm gonna get y'all 6 videos for sure, 100%. Taking a look at it. Let me pull this up for you guys, and I'm gonna pull up the. Let me see. I saw that Elvis was offered the Matias fight, and he ducked it just like Tio, or could be the other way around, and Matias ducked him. I don't know. Yeah, I heard the fight was rumored. I don't know what became of it. All I know is obviously the fight didn't get made. So I don't know who's to blame or what's to blame. A lot of times we say duck guy. This is prize fighting. We don't know what the purse is. You know, we want every fight to be made. But sometimes if it doesn't make dollars, it doesn't make sense. At the end of the day, it's prize fighting, not pride fighting. You're fighting for a prize. And if the prize isn't worth it, the fight's not going to get made. I don't know. I don't know the details of the fight. I'm not saying maybe it was a duck. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was a duck from Elvis. Maybe it was a duck from Matias. I don't know. I don't think it was a duck from Matias. But it's not necessarily a duck, but it could be. I don't know, right? Who else is fighting next weekend besides Boots, Ford, and Dalton? Lock of the week came in clutch. That's what it's there for. That's why I do it. That's why I do it. All right, I want to all right. Let me let me pull up the pro boxing odds. Let me see what that's everything they got. There you go. Assad made some money. Let's go, Assad. Let's go. Let's go. I'm gonna be going live. Okay. So let's take it. Then I'll recap the week. Oh shoot! I fell asleep to this. What happened in the Zoo Spencer fight? I fell asleep. I totally forgot about this. What happened in Tim Zoo and Joey Spencer? Oh, Zoo knocked him out, right? Yeah, Zoo knocked him out. Ford, Matisse, that's all we got. All right. Shoot. What are there any other fights on this week? I need to know. Muscles needs to know. We need to know. We need to know. That's the only card on the zone. Check ESPN app. I'm gonna check this. There's a top ranked card on Thursday. I don't know if there'll be bets. Let me look at this top ranked card on Thursday. Patera, Asanua, and Patera. Oh, it's one of the Eye of the Tiger cards. Let me see. All right. I want to take a look at this. Hang on. BoxRec has to be a pain in the neck. Who is logging into other people's BoxRec account? Why do you even have to have a BoxRec account? All right. There's this card on Thursday. Decent card. April 10th. Aswanu and Matera, Christopher Guerrero, and Oliver Quintana. Mary Spencer, they like her a lot. Okay, there's some decent fights. This is a decent card, right? They'll probably have some. They'll have odds on at least these 3 fights, I would think. We could probably make some money on that. We could probably definitely make some money on that. I'm going to look to work that. We'll see if they drop odds on it as we get closer. What up, BC? Luka, I didn't see what happened. I've been out of Luke. What did Luka do to Shea? Did Luka cook Shea? Yeah, it was an easy week. It was a good week, man. I had the lock of the week. If you guys are in the Patreon, you're in the Discord, I posted the lock of the week. I hit on that. Then I made another bet on the over in the Ergo fight with Joe Joyce, and that hit as well. So this was a good week for me. I had a nice little week. I thought it was an easy week to make money. It wasn't the biggest fights. It wasn't the biggest names, but it doesn't have to be. This was an easy week to make money. I really thought all week this was a good week. My only regret is I didn't lock in Guido Vianello on the money line. Went from minus 170 to minus 250, so I lost out on that. And Janabek went from minus 700 to minus 1100, so that sucked. But yeah, I still hit. I still made money. I just could have got a lot better odds on it. Instead of having minus 117, I got minus 180. It sucks, man. It sucks. But I still won. We made a lot of money. Made about $3K for the weekend, which was nice. What up, BC? Yeah, Tim won by stoppage. I didn't see the fight, but I heard that. I kind of knew he was going to win. I just think he sucks, and I have no confidence in betting on him. So I was staying away from that fight by all costs. There was a lot of boxing on this weekend. A lot. KO round 4. How did Spencer look? Did Spencer look like the complete trash? Did he look completely outmanned, like outgunned entirely? Was he competitive in the fight at all? Or does he just look completely out of his element? Pro box card, yeah. Eye of the Tiger card. Yeah, Eye of the Tiger card on ESPN now. There's a Pro box card again this week? Is there? I don't think so. Even if there isn't any fights, we got good money to make with Ford, Boots, and Dalton. Yeah, right there is. Let me get to the tape. The only, and I'm not even saying it's questionable. Matisse is good. So Thomas Matisse is good. Let me get into the tape on that fight. I do think he's going to win. Raymond Ford's going to win, but let me get into the tape before we do that. I'm going to start with the Boots tape. I'm going to do the Boots tape tonight, and then tomorrow I'm going to do Raymond Ford, and I'm going to see what comes of that. I'm going to see what if we get odds on anything else, and I'll do the book on that. No, Popopka go. Yeah, look. I'll pause up for you guys because this is weird. I always do the same thing. Yeah. Boots Ennis. Tim looked good. Pro box card 412. I didn't realize there was a pro box card. Let me look at that. I gotta. I've been so out of the loop. Hang on. All right, this is what you guys wanted to look at, right? Arturo Popopka is not his actual name. Arturo Cardenas, the Robert Garcia fighter that they love. So yeah, I don't know where Arturo Popopka comes from. That sounds Russian to me. It's Arturo Cardenas, which he's fought on a bunch of cards. We've seen him fight a bunch. He fought it was it was this card we saw him at, which was Bam and Sonny Edwards. We saw him Bam and Quadras. Bam and Estrada. So we've seen him a bunch. And who's he fighting? Christian Carto. I don't know this guy. This looks like a local Philly fighter who's going to get his ass kicked. That's what this looks like. I don't know who this is. He fights. Okay, there should be some tape on him. I don't know this guy. It looks like a local Philly fighter who's put together some good wins. Yeah, he goes. He's bought Philly, Atlantic City. So this looks like a guy that's local fighter, club level fighter, who's probably in there. Let's see who he lost to. He lost to Victor Ruiz. I mean, my guess is this isn't going to be much of a fight. I don't know why they're doing this, because Cardenas has fought better guys in this. This fight looks a little silly, but we'll see. Pro box card 412. Let me get into that. I'm going to get into that in just a second. Let me get through some of these. Amarion Jones is on the boots card. His second fight. Nice prop. Yeah, he is. He is. Rafferty didn't look that good. Yeah, but I knew he was going to get the win, right? At minus 900, it was like, all right, but he's going to get the win. I didn't think he looked great either, but a win is a win, and I knew that was going to come through. I would just throw it in my parlay. We can always take the over on Ford depending on where the odds are. We'll look at the over. I think Ford's going to win, but he's fighting a real guy. Matisse is a real guy, and I think Ford's a little overrated. He should win that fight, though. Hey, Gary Austin, appreciate the $5 super chat. Appreciate the hard work you do and the money and the money locks you put together week after week. Hey, appreciate you, Gary Austin. Appreciate you. Thanks for the super chat. Appreciate you, my man. All right. I want to get into the Pro Box card. So the Pro Box card is Saturday, April 12th. He says Saturday. Yeah. Let me look at this. Pro Box is coming back with fury. Let me take a look at this real quick. Oh, there's that Roy Jones card too. Andrew Murphy card. Yeah, this. Who's the main event on the Pro Box card? Who's the main event on the Pro Box card? Let me look at Pro Box. Let me see. Upcoming fights. Oh, Jordan White and Matias Romero. Steven Shaw and okay. I didn't even okay. This is not a bad card. It's in Maryland. Interesting. And they got another card. They don't come back till May 10th. Lubin versus Holmes Jr. Okay, cool. All right, Jordan White. That's an interesting fight. Pro Box is doing good stuff. Jose Matias Romero. Not really familiar with who he is. William Force is on the card. All right, they got Jordan Roach. Yeah, they got a full card here. This is not bad. I'm a fan of Jordan White. I think this should be a good card. Okay, Lamont Roach. It's a Lamont Roach card. All right. Jordan White is the guy that destroyed Ernestine Garcia on Showbox back in 2023. This is a good little fighter. Okay. All right, I'm into this. Good to know. I was totally unaware of that card. Can Boots KO Stanionis? Can he? Yes. Will he? Potentially. He could, though. The Patera guy who you were saying about earlier, he beat Richardson about 5 years ago. He's whack now. Yeah, it is. It's a name. They're chasing him after his name. I'm very familiar with Francisco Patera. He's got some wins in his career. He's a decent fighter, but he's old and he's shot. Yeah, it's very, very safe matchmaking. They're beating him for his name. I get why they're making the fight. I get why. Yeah. I'm 5 minutes late to the party, apparently. Yeah, Jordan White. Sorry, yeah, right. Jordan White and Mateus Romero. I'm not familiar with Mateus Romero. I'll go watch the tape on him. Segu, as much as I doubt Lindolfo, I think he still won a lot of the early round, and the last round won him the fight for me. It was very, very close. I had no problem at all with Lindolfo getting the decision. I mean, none at all. Zero. That's fine. He deserved the decision. He didn't. It was fine. It was extremely close. I had no problem with the decision going his way. Zero problem with that. Like, I thought that was fine. I'm waiting for the Ben Eubank fight. Even Eubank Sr. said his son will lose. I don't know. Did Chris Eubank say his son was going to lose? I'll tell you who's going to lose. Is Harlem Eubank. Harlem Eubank sucks. All right. Let me get into this. Let me check the poll first. Let me check my poll. Oh, this is close. Ooh. So we only got 7 votes. Guys, make sure to keep voting on this. But right now, we got a close poll here. We got 50% of the votes for Lindolfo Delgado. We got 40% for Elvis, and 10% think it was a draw. So this was close. Guys, keep voting in the poll. I would appreciate that. Vote in the poll. Let me know who you guys think won that fight. It is now a tie. It's 45, 45, and 9 for a draw. Interesting. Up. Lindolfo will be back on top. All right. Keep your eye on the poll. Guys, make sure to vote in the poll. All right. Do I have this up? Can you guys see this? You can see this. Here's what I want to get into. Raymond Ford and Thomas Matisse. We have a full slate of props on this. Raymond Ford by decision at -140. I like that. Raymond Ford by KO at +150. I like this prop here, Ford by decision. I like that a lot. I'm going to get into this. To go the distance. Yes, to go the distance. I like that at -185. Fight lines. Fight props. They don't have an over-under on this. They just have to go the distance. Really? Interesting. Do you guys have an over-under for Do you guys have an over-under for the Ford Matisse fight? All I have is a prop for the fight to go the distance. I don't have an over-under prop on it. That's whack. I'm sure it'll be up there soon, but all right. We're going to get into that fight. I like Raymond Ford by decision. I like the over. I like the fight to go the distance. Boots Enos at -650. I think that's not bad. I think that's pretty good odds. I think Enos is clearly going to win a fight. They have an over-under on this. Over 10.5. I kind of like the under. plus 160. I think this is good. I think that's a nice little payout on plus 160. I think there's definitely a good shot that Enos stops him. Enos by KO is plus 150. I think there's good value in that too. I would look for that. Does the fight go the distance? I don't think this thing goes the distance, so no. I would look at that. But I'm going to get into this video today. I'm going to give you more information, more content on this fight at that particular time. Let me get through all the tape first. Like I said, I've been out of town. I want to do a lot of deep dive into this. I think this is a really interesting fight. Yeah, here's a prop I like. Fight to be won in the second half of the fight at plus 230. That's a bet I like right there. I think that's an interesting fight. I think there's going to be a late knockout, which I do off the top of my head. I like Boots Enos by stoppage here. I do. I like Raymond Ford by decision. I like Boots Enos by stoppage, just off the top of my head. Ismail Davis and Ryan Kelly is an interesting one. I'm going to obviously get to this. This is an interesting fight. I like Davis on the money line for sure. Minus 390. I think that's good value. Although Ryan Kelly's a decent fighter. So that's something I'm going to need to take a deep look at for sure. And then Dalton Smith. What card is Dalton Smith fighting on? Is he fighting on the Boots card? Is he fighting in the States? No, there's another card. So there's 2 Matchroom cards? Yeah. Dalton Smith and Ismail Davis. Josh Warrington. Okay, Josh Padley. Josh Padley's fighting again. Josh Padley just got his ass kicked. It was 2 months ago. Josh Padley back in action. All right, so we're going to have a lot. We got the 2 cards. We got Dalton Smith and Ismail Davis. We got the Boots card. We got the Pro Box card. We got the Thursday card. We're going to have a lot of boxing again this weekend, for sure. I feel Boots would have taken out Gabriel Mastre and Stanionis 112. The Aaron McKenna guy is pretty good. That Liam Smith is fighting. He sparred. Yeah, Aaron McKenna's a quality fighter. For sure. Aaron McKenna's a quality fighter. All right, so here's the plan for the week, guys. Here's the plan for the week. I'm going to do Boots Enos and Stanionis tonight. Hopefully, I have that out for you tonight. If not, I will have it out for you tomorrow. That's one. I will go live every day this week. Maybe take one day off. I will do 2 shows on Friday. And then I'll go live Saturday after all the fights are done. So a show at least 4 days this week, 2 on Friday, and then a video every day. So I'll get you guys out 6 videos. I'll break down every major fight. I'm going to start with Stanionis and Boots and give you 1 fight every other night. I'll probably do Raymond Ford the next night, get those 2 out of the way. And then I'm going to have some more live content, more interviews, press conferences today. I'll have that for you guys. So that's 2 things. And then a video every day, a live, 2 on Friday, and then 1 on Saturday. And that's going to be the week. So we're going to have a busy week. We're going to have a ton of content coming out. I'm going to keep you guys occupied. I'm going to do an afternoon show on Friday, an evening show on Friday. And I'm going to do an evening show every day this week. And then I may start to transition to afternoon shows, see if that works better, see what the ratings go on that. But I'm interested in doing some evening shows, some afternoon shows, I mean. If you guys have any requests, let me know. I can do that. But just to let you know, the first 2 fights I'm going to do are the Boots fight and the Raymond Ford fight. I'm going to get those 2 videos out of the way. I'm going to go live every day. I'm going to answer your questions. I'm going to give you guys locks. I think we can make some good money this week. I'm looking at the week. I thought it was kind of quiet outside of the Boots fight, but there's actually pretty good money to be made this week. There's pretty good money to be made that I think we can make this week. So, guys, if you have any last-minute questions, comments, thoughts, super chats, put them in the chat below or forever hold your peace. Let me check my poll again, and then we will wrap this up. Oh, this is close. Right now, the poll is at 50% Landolfo, 42% Elvis, 8% Draw. Guys, vote in the poll. It's very, very close. But you guys think Landolfo won the fight, which I'm fine with, but it's not by a lot. Not by a lot. Who would I take? Boots on points. I'm thinking. Let me get to the tape. I'm tentatively, before I get to the tape, I'm leaning Boots by stoppage, but that could clearly change. And once I get through the tape, Rambler wants to know, who would you take out of Ramos and Ramos? I think Ramos is the best 154 in the world. I think Ramos dog walks them. And, all right, I should probably start some afternoons. I usually do my net show in the afternoon. I can try this so we can see how they go. If it's lively in the chat, if there's lots of viewers, then I'll do it. But if it's 5 people at work who aren't interacting, you know what I'm saying? Like I can try the afternoon shows. Let's get through this week, and then next week I'll look at that. I'll definitely look at the afternoon shows. I'm up late. Money never sleeps. You got that right, Rambler. You got dang right, Rambler. Money never sleeps. Money never sleeps. All right, y'all. Appreciate y'all. I'll get to that Boots, Enos, and Stanionis video. That will be out no later than tomorrow morning. I should have it out for you guys tonight. But I will be live again tomorrow. Check the channel for the rest of the content. I'll be giving you guys a ton of content. I have the press conference interviews with Guido and Abdullah Mason I'm going to drop as well. So check that out. It is April 6th, 2025, from Texas to the world. Thank y'all, and God bless.
Don't miss a tweet, post, story, or video. 3D Boxing is on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Hit the subscribe button now to stay inside the ring.